mention what we want to do through that method. Okay, that is nothing but method definition. Okay, method definition, nothing but what functionality you want to implement through this method, we will write inside it. Okay, but if you don't want to define the method definition here, if you just want to write the method name here, and somewhere if you want to define the method, in that case you will use the abstract method. For example, if there is one parent class and there are two different child classes which are referring this parent, and you want the same method to behave differently in these two different child classes, but you definitely have to use that method. In that case, what we will do, for example, there is a method called addition, okay, in the parent class. Okay, but in the child class one, okay, there are two child classes like A and B. In the A child class, you want to add A plus B plus 1. Okay, in the B child class, A plus B plus 2. Okay, so two different formulas you want to implement with the same method. Then what we will do, we will use this kind of abstraction on the parent class, so that there you will just write the name addition method name only, you will write definition, you will not write there. Okay, and definition you will write in the child class wherever you are trying to implement. Okay, okay, fine. So one parent class can contain one or more abstract methods. Okay, it can contain any number of abstract methods, but the condition here is, if you have at least one abstract method in your class, parent class, then you need to use the abstract keyword on the parent class definition. Okay, if you have at least one abstract method in the class, that class should have the keyword abstract on it. Okay, so this is what we discussed till now. So now let's do an extension for this one. So here basically extract is helping us to give just the name of a method. Okay, and this name, we are defining this method with this name somewhere in some other class. Okay, but we have one more concept called interface, wherein all the methods are just names. In abstract class, what is happening, if you want to use abstract class, one or more methods are abstract methods, but it can also include normal methods. But whereas interface is nothing but an advanced version of abstraction, where in interface you will just have the names of all the methods. In interface you will not have definition for even one method also. Okay, so let me show that practically, then you will get more clarity. In interface, all the methods are just names. Okay, in abstract, in abstract class, some can be names, some can be real methods with definition. Whereas in interface, all the methods are just names. Whenever you want to use this interface somewhere in some other class, we will use implements keyword. For classes, we use extends keyword. Okay, if you want to extend the parent class with some child class, then you will use extends keyword. Whereas if you want to use interface, then we will use the implements keyword. Okay, so here two things. One thing, interface, the word interface itself is a keyword. Okay, implements is a keyword. Interface keyword where we will use on the parent class, similar to parent class, here we have interface. Inside interface, we will just have the method names, no definitions. Whereas in the child class, from where we are referring this interface, there we will use the keyword implements. Okay, these are the 2 points you need to remember, and we will do this practically now. Okay. Okay, let's go to a developer console. Okay, so here, so this is the parent abstract class. This is the child class. See here in the abstract, what I am doing, I have a normal method also, multiply. I have an abstract method also, sum. Abstract method means just we are giving the name of the method here. We are not giving the definition of the method. Definition means opening the curly braces, closing the curly braces. Inside the curly braces, you write some logic. Okay, that is definition. So abstract class is the one which can contain abstract methods. If you don't define this class as an abstract class, only this type of methods are allowed within a class. This type of methods are not allowed. Okay, if you want to use this type of abstract methods within a class, you have to use the abstract keyword on the class definition. Okay, clear. So now if I just write the name here on the class, who will write the definition? So we will write the definition in a child class, wherein we need to use the keyword called override, because with the same method name I am trying to give a definition to this, right? Okay, so I am using the override keyword. Okay, if I want to use a different method name, then no need to use the override keyword. Okay. And one more point here, this is the child class. It is trying to extend the parent class. So child extends parent. Okay. This is the parent. Okay. So now is it clear? So this is what we have done on Saturday. Okay. Now here to here in this line, you need to write only class names. Uh, If you want to write like this, public abstract, this is what you want to write. If you want to write public extract display, some okay, I want to give some method like this. Okay, this is what you want me to write. Is it the one? I told you one point that if you want to write an abstract method in a class, then that class name or class definition should also contain abstract keyword. So if you want to write like this, it is throwing me an error. Okay. So what I need to do, copy this here. If you put this and save, now it will work. So if you want to write an abstract method anywhere in any class, that class should have the abstract definition. Okay. Now what you can do, you can create one more child class. You can create one more child class. In that class, you can refer this class. How you will refer? You will write your new child class. How you will write? Public class, class name extends this name you will write. So that new child class will try to extend this class. Okay. Is it clear now? Anyone having any doubt? So our agenda here is, if I want to write the method definition clearly, yes, I can write it like this. If I don't want to write the method definition clearly, if I just want to give the name, then I can give it like this. Okay. If I just want to give the name and if I don't want to write the definition, then you have to use the abstract keyword. See, just if I do like this, it will throw me an error saying that if you want, you have to define method must have a body. You cannot create a method without body generally. But if you want to do that, then what you need to do? You have to create it as an abstract method. If you create it as an abstract method, then what should be there? That class should contain the abstract keyword. If at least one abstract method is present in a class, the class definition should contain the abstract keyword. So if I remove this line, if I remove this complete line, okay, then abstract keyword is needed or not needed? Tell me. I removed this complete line, abstract method I removed. Okay. Now, do I need this abstract keyword on the class, or if I remove this abstract keyword on the class also, will I be able to save? Tell me. Will it save or not? Tell me. Why? Because abstract method, if abstract method is not present in a class, then abstract keyword is not necessary on the class definition. But if abstract method is present on a class, then this keyword is mandatory. See, now if I use the abstract keyword and I am trying to save the class without giving the abstract keyword, so now it is throwing me an error. Okay. Now if I give abstract keyword on the class also, on the method also, then it will work. Okay. But will it work practically? No, because we have not written the definition. To make it work, what we need to do? Somewhere in some other class, we need to extend this class first. So first thing what we need to do, public class, class name extends this class name. First you need to extend the class. After that, if you want to give a definition to this particular method, write public void method, but you need to use the override keyword because you are trying to give a new definition to the method which is coming from the parent. Whether you have given the definition in the parent or whether you have not given the definition in the parent, that is not important. But if you are using the same name that is present in the parent, okay, then you have to use the override keyword, and inside that whatever content you want to write, you can write. Now if I create an object for this child class and using that object, can I call this method? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. If I create an object for this child class and if I want to call this parent class method multiply, can I call? Yes or no? Let me repeat my question. Okay. if first of all, can I create a object for this child class? Say yes or no. Can I create an object for parent class? Yes or no? Yes, you can create object for both the classes, right? So now if I try to create a object for this child class, okay, and I want to call this method sum. Okay, this method I want to call. How I will create an object? Class name, object name equal to new class name. Done. After that, object name dot method name. In this way, I will be able to call this method. So I will be able to call this method. You are sure? Yes. Yes, right? So now my question is, I want to create an object for the parent class. I want to create an object for the parent class, and on the parent class, if I want to call this method called multiply, can I call or not? Yes or no? Tell me. I am creating an object on the parent class and I want to call this method multiply. Yes, can I call or not? Okay, fine. I am creating an object for the child class, and you know that I can call some. This method I can call. Now tell me, by creating an object on the child class, can I simply call the method multiply? Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me. See, what my question is, I want to create a object for the child class. How you will create? First tell me. Class name, object name equal to new class name. Okay, done. Object dot method name. Here my method name is sum. Okay, this is, will it work or any issue here? Okay, fine. So let me execute this. Okay, now my question is, can I use this one obj dot multiply? I am trying to call the parent class from the child class. Parent class method, I am trying to call from the child class. Is it possible or not? Using which, oops concept it is working? Inheritance. Because we can inherit from the parent. Yes or no? Okay. Here I have not given system.debug. That's why you're not seeing. Okay. Okay. So now let me go and execute it again. Okay. It's working, right? Okay. Multiply is also working. Addition also working. So it is possible. So that's why it's clear right now. Okay. So now think and answer my question. All of you pay attention. Question will be interesting. Just now what I have done, I created an object for the child class and object name dot method name. This method sum is present on the child. Okay. And this definition is itself is present on the child. Okay. It is working fine. Now I used object dot multiply. This method is present on the parent class, and I am referring that parent class using this extends keyword. So that's why that is also working fine. Now my question is, now I want to create an object. Now I want to create an object on the parent class. I don't want to do anything on the child class. Now I want to create an object on the parent class. Okay, I created an object for the parent class. Till this point, anyone have any doubt? This line, everyone clear, right? Object name, sorry, class name, object name equal to new class name, right? Now, generally, if I want to write, what I will do, object name dot method name. Okay, so this will work or not? Tell me first. Why? See, I am working on the multiply. I gave multiply method. Which method I am using? This is the parent class, and in that class there is a method called multiply, and I have given the definition of the method, and for this I have provided the values. Will it work or not? నువ్వు ఫాదర్వి, ఓకే, నీ దగ్గర డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయి, నీ డబ్బులతో నువ్వు కారు కొనుక్కున్నావు. నీ పిల్లలతో పనే ఉందయ్యా, నీకు డ్రైవింగ్ వచ్చు, కారు ఉంది, డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయి, నువ్వు నడపగలవా లేదా అంటే మా పిల్లల్ని అడిగి చెప్తా అంటావు. వాడితో సంబంధమే ఉంది. నీ కారు, నీ డబ్బులు, నీది అంతా. వాడు వాడాలంటే నీ పర్మిషన్ అడగాలి, నీది నువ్వు వాడాలంటే వాడేమన్నా ఎందుకు అడుగుతావు? వాడున్నా వాడు లేకపోయినా సంబంధం లేదు నీకు. నీ కారు నీ చేతిలో ఉంది, వాడెవడు అడుగుతానంటావు నువ్వు? ఎక్స్టెన్స్ యూస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, చైల్డ్ లో నుంచి కాల్ చేయాలంటే నువ్వు అప్పుడు ఇవన్నీ ఆలోచించాలా. నేను పేరెంట్ కి ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేశా, అసలు చైల్డ్ తో సంబంధమే లేదు నాకు. నీ కారు నీ తాళం నీ చేతిలో ఉంది, ఇప్పుడు నేను నడపాలా వద్దా అని నీ ఇష్టం. వాడెవడన్నా అడుగుతూ ఉంటాడు నువ్వు. నువ్వు వచ్చినా కొడుకు వచ్చాడు, నువ్వు ముందు వచ్చావు. అర్థమవుతుందా? వెన్ ఎవర్ వీఆర్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ద పేరెంట్, we should not think about child. This parent class can be referred in 10 different childs. That child should worry. Parent, no need to worry. It is your property. Whatever you want to do, you can do. This is what we are doing from the beginning. From the beginning also, parent class. Okay, now let me open this. Okay, you have this inheritance parent, okay, inheritance child. Okay, here now for this child class, if I create subtraction and for addition, if I create, okay, let me do this. Why you are getting confusion? So now tell me, if for this child class I want to create an object, how you will do? Tell me. Class name, this is the class name, right? Class name, object name, new class name. Okay, done. Now object name dot method name. So okay, okay, will it work or not? Tell me. Now again, dot, will it work or not? Tell me. Okay, will it work or not? Everyone tell me, will it work? Right? No doubts in this? Okay, let me execute. Okay, it's working perfectly fine. So now again let me go here. Okay, okay, now again let me go here. This time I want to create an object for the parent class. How you will create an object for the parent class? Class name, object name equal to new class name. Okay, done. And now this is the object name, object name dot method name. Okay, here in this method integer, so I will give 10 comma 20. Okay, so this is the method I want to call. Okay, and I want to call this method also obj2 dot multiplication. Now tell me, will it work or not? Huh? Is there any link to child? Do we need to worry about child? No need to worry about child. Everything is present in the parent. You can execute. First answer, how you got? Once see. In the first answer, I gave 10, 20. Plus I am doing 10 plus 20. In the second multiplication, what I have given? See. 5 into 6. Okay. That's why we got 30, 30. Both same answers. Okay. Fine. Clear. Now everyone clear. What is happening on the parent? What is happening on the child? Now tell me, on the child, if I want to create an object for this child class, how will I create? Class name, object name equal to new class name. Okay. Now object name dot method name. Okay. So I have given method name. Okay. Then object name dot method name. Just sometime before we have seen this, it is working fine, right? Yes or no? Now my question is, this is parent class, this is child class, right? From the parent class, I want to call this method. Can I do this or not? Tell me. With the child class object, can I call the parent class method? Yes or no? మళ్ళీ డౌట్ వచ్చిందా? నీ కొడుకు నీ కారు వాడుకోవచ్చు. నువ్వు నీ కొడుకు ఒక కారు వాడకూడదు. సింపుల్. నీ కారు నువ్వు పగలగొట్టుకోవచ్చు, కానీ నీ కొడుకు నీ కారు పగలగొట్టాలంటే నిన్ను అడిగి పగలగొట్టాలి. సింపుల్. ఓకే. సో will it work or not? Tell me everyone. Is it coming answer correctly? Okay. Everyone clear, right? Okay. Now I will ask one question. Think wisely and give me correct answer. Okay. Think wisely and give me correct answer. This is abstract class. Okay. This is a class which is trying to extend the abstract class. Okay. So I'm not saying parent and child. I'm saying this is also one class. This is also another class. But this class is trying to extend this class. Means this is parent, this is child. Okay. Now, just sometime before, what we have done, we have created this child class object. Okay. We have created child class object and we have called this methods. Okay. This we have done. Okay. And also we were able to call this parent class method from the child class object. This also we completed. Yes or no? Just some time back. Now everyone is clear till this point. Now let me ask you a question. Now I want to create object for the parent class. Okay. Okay. I created an object for the parent class and obj dot method name. Will it work or not? Tell me. Perfectly work. Okay. No issues. Okay. Everyone will agree, right? Okay. Let me execute this. Some mistake I have done. Some spelling mistake, I think. Abstract classes cannot be constructed. Hmm? No, not the constructed means that's not the problem. So that's why I want you to tell this. On the parent, this is not a normal class. This is an abstract class. Okay. Okay. Fine. So now tell me, will it work? Yes or no? Tell me yes or no. How will it will work? Have you given any definition? Here, see, this is not a normal class. This is an abstract class. Abstract means what? See, if you want to do a project work in your college, first what they will ask? Submit the abstract. So, abstract contains all the information related to your project. The actual duration to complete the entire project is 1 month, for example. Okay. But that 1 month, what you are going to do, you will present it in a single page abstract. Yes or no? Abstract will be one page, but that gives you information about all the tasks that you are going to do in that 1 month for completing that project. What your HOD will do, just by reading the abstract, he will identify whether similar kind of project, if any other student is doing or any other batch is doing, then he will say no. Otherwise, he will say yes, go ahead. The purpose of abstract is to give you a summary. Okay. So this abstract class, on this abstract class, there is no definition. Here, if you refer this method, we have given the information what to do. If you call this method what to do, here we are giving information. But here, what we are giving, we are not giving any information, right? What to do here? What is there in here to do? Name is there, body is not there. If you are using the abstract keyword on the class, then you cannot execute abstract method. Abstract classes cannot be constructed. Constructed means you cannot create an object for the abstract classes. So even this method also giving us the same error. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Constant. Static constant. So this is abstract method, abstract class, right? So if you want to use any method inside abstract class, you have to create one more object and from there you can call, but not directly on the parent. Once you see the interface, then you will get more clarity. Let's see the interface, then you will get more clarity about abstraction. Now let's go to the interface. Interface also just see, it looks like a class. INF, this is the name of my interface, for example. Okay, you can give any name. Public class name, that is how you will write a class. But interface, how you will write public interface name. Okay, public interface name. Only for interface we will use the keyword interface. For for all other classes you will just give it as public class name. Okay, this is how you will write an interface. Okay, inside interface, what you can write inside interface, you can write something like this, like public void method 1, method 2, method 3. Like, I have three different methods, but for none of the method I have given any. Okay. స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్ ఏదో చేసాం. Okay. First, let's read the error. Okay. It is not giving us any information. Public interface name, double discount. Uh, uh, ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లో మనం పబ్లిక్ రాస్తే ఇష్యూ వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ. ఓకే ఫైన్, పబ్లిక్ తీసేస్తే సెట్ అయిపోయింది. ఓకే ఫైన్. సో దిస్ is an interface where I just write the name of the methods. I won't write the content of the method. This is how an interface looks. Okay, now what I can do is create one more apex class. Okay, let's create a new apex class, public class name implements keyword you need to use, and this interface name you need to use. Then you need to provide definition for all the methods mentioned here. I need to provide a definition for method 3. Now save this. Inside this, I can write. Can I create an object for interface? No, we can create object only for class. Okay, so now what I will do? I will create an object for this class. How will I create? Class name, object name equal to new class name. Now object name dot method name. Okay, now I will write like this. Now you should get a doubt. If we are writing everything here and we are creating a child to this, then there is, what is the point in doing this one? Did you get this doubt? We have written the class here. We have written all the method definitions here. Then what is the point in creating this interface? Did you get this doubt? Okay. Let's go to that doubt. First, tell me, will it execute or not? Huh? Parameter. Where? Huh? Okay. So I have given some spelling mistake somewhere. Okay. Huh. See here, I need to make it to 3, right? Okay. Now let me save. Let me execute. Okay. Let me execute again. See. Okay, it's working correctly or not? Tell me first. Okay, so now the question is, even if you don't write the implements INF, okay, even if you remove this, will it work or not? Tell me. If I remove that, will it work or not? Then why we are creating interface and then why we are referring it? Okay. So now let me do one thing. Okay. In this, if I remove this, only I want to execute method 1 and method 2. Can I do this? Yes or no? Okay. It's working. Fine. So now tell me, can I remove this here? Yes or no? Can I delete this? And I want only two methods. Okay. Third one I don't want. Can I do this? Yes or no? I'm trying to save that class. It is not saving. It's not saving. See, I am getting error. Forget about this. Here, as soon as I remove that, if I try to save, it's not saving. It is giving me error. Hmm? See, I'm not changing anything. You're getting my point. Then, that is the point. So here, if I remove this and if I click on save, will it work or not? Okay. If I do Control Z, if I save, will it work or not? Why? Because interface says that all the methods mentioned inside the interface should be defined in the class where you try to implement this interface. That is the interface definition. Okay. So wherever you want to implement this interface, the restriction is you have to implement all the methods mentioned in the interface. If you leave one method also, then you cannot save that child class and you cannot execute that child class. When it comes to abstract, this is not there. Now you tell me, you are saying that, sir, what is the use of abstract then? We are not able to use multiply also even without sum. Sum, that is fine, we have not defined. Even for multiply, we have defined, then also we are not using. Okay. But for the for that the answer is you create a child class and refer that abstract class, then you can do everything. Okay. Then what is the difference between abstraction and interface means, here in the abstract child class I can call only sum, I can call only multiply, whatever I want, only specific methods I can. Okay. So here there is a method called multiply on the parent, and for that parent method I am not writing anything on the child, and there is a method called sum, for that I am writing on the child. So here in interface, for every method I need to write. If I miss one method also, it will not work. So if you want your users, or if you want someone to write an apex class using this interface, then he has to implement all the methods. You should not leave one method also. If that is your requirement, then you will go for interface. If you want optional way, wherein whether he want to implement one particular method or not, if you want to give him the choice, then abstraction concept we will use. Now, is it clear, guys, the difference between abstraction and interface? Okay. Okay. Now take down this interface. పేరెంట్ రమ్మలేదు. Yes, we can implement the same interface in different classes many times as you want. See, now I want to create a different class and I want to implement the same interface. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Her question is very good. Let's do that. I want to create a new Apex class. Shivu. Shivu is my new Apex class name. Okay. Public class name. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to implement this interface. Okay. So I will do public class name implements interface name. And now if I click on save, what it will say, you have to implement all the methods present there. So it is saying that these three methods you need to implement. So now what I will do, I will, okay. Okay, now let me save this. See, I am writing another class to implement the same interface. Will it work or not? What I need to do first, what is the class name? Class name, object name equal to new class name. After that, object name dot method name. Here you need to write all the three methods, but you no need to execute all the three methods. Even if you execute one method or also it will work. Okay, first we'll see all the three methods. Okay, it's executing, right? I'm in method 1 of Shivu class, I'm in method 2, I'm in method 3. It is executing, right? Now when you are writing the class, there you need to define all the methods. That is mandatory. Executing is not mandatory. You can execute only one method if you want. I executed only one method. Is it clear, guys? Once again, think about it. Try to recollect all the points what we have discussed. Interface, abstraction, inheritance, encapsulation, object, class, all those things. Is it clear? So there are 7 OOPS concepts. What are those OOPS concepts? Class, object, encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction, interface. Abstraction interface are similar, like both are interconnected with each other. Abstraction means you will just write the name of the method but not the content for one or more. But here in interface, all the methods are just names. The content will be written in a child class. Now abstraction is clear, inheritance is clear. Interface, you know, parent class need to have the virtual keyword, child class need to have the extends keyword. Okay, if you want to use the parent class method as it is on the child class, you can just create an object for the child class and you can call the parent class method. But if you want to have a different definition for the same method that is already defined in the parent, then you need to use the override keyword on the child class to provide a new definition to the same method which is present in the parent class. Okay, is it clear all the concepts? Shall we move to the something new? Shall we move to something new? Okay. Okay. Naming conventions we will see. Okay. We recommend following Java standards for naming, that is, classes start with a capital letter. When you write any class, when you create any Apex class, it is always advisable, not only class, for all the class method variables, we have some naming conventions. What is the meaning of convention? పద్ధతి. జనరల్ గా మనం చెప్తాం ఏమని, ఫార్మల్ డ్రెస్ వేసుకొని రా స్కూల్కి అని. నువ్వు టీ షర్ట్ వేసుకుని వస్తే రాలేవా? రావచ్చు, కానీ పద్ధతి. ఫార్మల్ షర్ట్ వేసుకొని రా అని చెప్తాం. అలాగే ఇది కూడా పద్ధతి. ఫాలో అయినా పర్లేదు, అవ్వకపోయినా పర్లేదు, ఏమైపోదు, కానీ ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. ఫాలో అయితే మనకే మంచిది. ఓకే, రైట్. So what are these? These are naming conventions. Whenever you are creating a new class, you need to follow certain naming convention. Whenever you are creating a new object, you need to follow certain conventions. Whenever you are creating a new variable, you need to follow certain conventions. Okay, so for classes, the convention is you start with the capital letter. Okay, you start with the capital letter whenever you are creating a new class. Start with the capital letter, the remaining letters will be small letters. And methods start with a lowercase verb. Lowercase means small letter. Method name generally you will write with a small letter, and also method name generally use verb. Why we are using verb? Inside method only the actual logic will present. So I just used the method name as addition. Addition is what? It is a verb, right? It is an activity. Okay, tell me some examples of verbs. Eat, sleep, walk, these are activities. The activity we call it as a verb. What is noun? Ramesh, Suresh, Rajesh, these are nouns. What is noun, what is verb? You are clear, right? Generally the convention is you start the method name with a small letter and possibly try to write a verb as a method name, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, like that. Okay, area of a square, like that, area of a square. What it is mentioning? It is telling you that some activity is going on, some functionality is present inside the method. So that will give you a meaningful understanding of the code. Okay, so these are conventions. You can simply say method name is A, method name is B, method name is C, like that you can give. System will not throw any error. But if you give in a proper way, it will be easy for you to understand and refer in future, and also it will be useful for other team members who are working in your project, who are going to join later in your project. Okay, so that's why it is always advisable to follow the best naming conventions. And variable names should be meaningful. Always, whenever you are creating a variable name, I want to add two numbers, for example, then A, B, it is not the correct way. Okay, in a business scenario, generally if you want to add two numbers, like for example, first month salary plus second month salary, I want to add these two and I want to get the total. Then I will give January salary, February salary, like that I will give, so that it will give me a clear meaning what this variable is containing, what value is present inside this. Okay, so the variable name should be meaningful. Okay, the variable name should not be like XYZ ABC. It should not be like that. Why we used that? Just for our trial and error purpose we used, but in a real time scenario you should always use appropriate names for the variables. Okay, So names for okay, tell me now. I will ask you questions. Now tell me, I will close this. I want to create a variable. Okay. Should I start with capital letter or small letter for a variable? Small letter. Okay. If my variable is Raju a good boy? This is the name of my variable and it is a boolean variable, true or false. Okay. Is Raju a good boy? This is a boolean variable. It can store true or false. Okay. How you will write? Tell me. How you will write the name of the variable? Tell me. I want you to create a new variable. Okay. Is Raju a good boy? Yes or no? To store the value yes or no, create a variable. Create the complete variable. Give me that entire line sentence. What should be the starting? What is middle? What is end? After equal to what will be there? A complete sentence give me. Okay, see, you can write like this. Is Razu good boy? Okay, or you can write in this way. Of course, before that we will mention as boolean. Is Razu good boy equal to true or false? Only one thing you will write, true or false, not true or false. Okay, see like this. Boolean is Razu a good boy equal to false. This is correct. This is correct. Okay. If she give boolean is Razu good boy equal to true, that is also correct. Or if she just writes boolean is Razu a good boy, that's it. Instead of writing this, if she just puts semicolon like this, that is also correct. If you just give like this is correct or not? Tell me. This is variable declaration. Declaration initialization. I told you. This is variable declaration. This is variable initialization. Initial value initialization. Assignment means at any point of time you can assign any number of times. First time if you do, that is called initialization. Next time onwards if you do, that is called assignment. Now tell me, what is this variable initialization? What is this variable declaration? Okay. So now practice all these things. Okay. Practice all these things. Try to Google it. Practice as many things as much as possible. All the 7 oops concepts we covered. Okay. You need to do practice, lot of practice on class, object, polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction, interface. Everything you need to practice as much as possible today, so that tomorrow I will start a new topic. Okay. Till now, we are only doing what? We are only trying to store one value in a variable. Okay. Only one value we are able to store in a variable. Like, see, I want to store value 5 in a variable a, then I am able to do that using integer a equal to 5. Okay. Yes or no? In future, if I want to store 10, then what I am doing? A equal to 10 I am writing. Then what is happening? This 5 is getting replaced by 10. I am losing that 5. Yes or no? If I want to store 5 comma 10 comma 15 comma 20 comma 25, if I want to store all these values in a single variable, can I do that? Using these variables which I have discussed now, it is not possible. For that, we need to understand different concepts. We will discuss those concepts and then we will tell you how to store that. Okay, fine. that we are going to discuss in our further class. Before coming to that class, ఏముంది చూపించడానికి, ఏం లేదు స్క్రీన్ లో, ఏం లేదు. Fine. Fine, then that's it for today. Okay, we'll meet in next class. Okay, thank you guys, bye.